Hello and welcome everyone to Division 5 quarterfinals. This is the second round of playoffs. The winner of this match will move on to play in the semifinals next weekend. This is Bangladesh, University of Engineering and Technology, I believe, BUET, versus University of Franche, Comte, Science and Techniques, I guess. Don't want to show my terrible French pronunciation. But it's cool that we have two international schools going at it. They rescheduled their match 2 hours early, so I have a couple matches to stream today. Primarily the Mizzou versus U Chicago match, which is going to be very exciting. That's going to start in 2 hours from now. But for now, we're watching Bangladesh and France. This is one of our two French teams registered in the league. This is Jihad, the board 3, against Face to Face, the board 2 from France. Looks like white has an isolated pawn that they're pushing. Knight b4, make a lot of sense. Hit the bishop, hit the pawn. Pawn or bishop here defends. We also have Alexis Gelles here. This is France's captain and board 4 at 1400. It's been very helpful registering the team, making sure everyone's signed up. And actually, he's been telling me about all the other French schools that could be competing. Apparently, they'll be doing a tournament soon. And hopefully we can reach out to their organizers and get more French schools represented in the Collegiate Chess League. I think that would be a lot of fun. We could even start our own international leagues, perhaps. I don't know. The future's bright for the Collegiate Chess League, that's for sure. We have here Mamid and Buletis. So this is the board 4 from Bangladesh against the board 1 from France. We're still missing Bangladesh's captain. I think the board 3 from France is missing. So we'll await that match, but let's stick to this one, I guess. I think this is the closest matchup in this first round. Yeah, Masharov, your opponent's not there. Well, I guess you just have to wait. So, okay, looks like Face to Face has won some amount of material. Let's see, maybe an exchange. Okay, so here, the rook is hit, so probably could have saved the rook and didn't. Queen here is actually kind of a passive move because you're blocking in the bishop. So the bishop would have liked to have developed, maybe get the rook out. So black is looking good here. Black definitely ahead in development. Probably they didn't want to develop the bishop and lose the b2 pawn from this sniper of a bishop over here, Fianchetto. So black just bringing all their pieces into the game. Bishop pair, rook's in the center, knight here attacking the bishop. So probably we'll see a bishop move. You don't want to take this. That'll really weaken the dark squares. You don't want the knight to take the bishop and open up. Wow. Okay. Wait. Oh, there's a sacrifice. Oh, not a sac. There's back rank issues. My bad. Saad beat Alexis. So top board from Bangladesh getting the job done quickly. This game is going to be over. Face to Face is going to win this very soon. There is There is a block, or you take and then you block with the bishop. Actually, yeah, maybe it's not so clear. Okay, bishop here. Yeah, no, that's a great move. Yep. And that's a fork of the king and queen. So now black is up rook and bishop. It's a really nice technique from face to face. I strategically didn't want to do that, but I tactically missed that c1 was hanging with back rank issues. So face to face answering back for France. Let's see how this game ended really quickly. So looks like Saad was getting in with the queen onto f4. And yeah, the knight is hanging. Take this, and probably should push this pawn attack, but yeah, maybe even queen here is a better move. Not sure what this one was doing, but yeah, there goes the rook. All right, so here's our last game that I see. We got Mamid versus BUET. A little bit of a mismatch because of board 1. So there goes the h-pawn. The queen is now hit. There's check. This knight is defended by the bishop. If you block with the pawn, no, this is defended. So maybe you can't block with the pawn. Maybe also you can bring the knight out. Okay, so pawn hits the queen. So now the queen should move. Queen steps back. This pawn is hit twice. Defended 0 times. So what's the plan here? Looks like BUET has won the h-pawn, and they're going to win the f-pawn. And this king is kind of in shambles now, only left with the g-pawn after that trade. So king g2, knight takes, hits the queen. Queen develops. Rook's connected now. Bishop check. That's annoying. Knight check, you drop the bishop. Alright, so bishop pinning the knight. Probably we need knight here to defend this. Yeah, so getting the knight off the back rank, defending the knight. This knight can go here to try to go here. We could see rook f1 threaten to take the knight. 2 pieces for the rook. So yes, we do see knight here. The threat is probably to go here, but now rook f1 opposite the queen. Help defend the knight. Queen here to unpin the knight. So some of the players are starting their round 2 games. Yeah, so the knight is now unpinned. So now we're threatening to move the knight with discovery. So the queen steps aside. We have knight here with tempo. Oh, the queen. Actually, the queen's very short on squares. Only 2 options from there. Queen here pins the knight. So black is threatening to move the knight and then attack the pinned knight with the pawn. Okay, so some trades. There goes the a4 pawn. Potentially there goes the b4 pawn. Trading on e2 first. All right, so Masharov has found their first round opponent, so they're a little late, but they're in time, so that's good. Knight here offering some more trades. I think black is good to trade here, and then maybe play b5. So maybe white would need to take with the queen. They take on e4 instead. But now, can we play g4? Does g4 trap the queen? I think that's a trapped queen. Oh my goodness. No, white missed it. So now there's bishop takes. Wow, there's knight takes g3. Opening up the rook, attacking the knight. That's nasty. Yeah, white had a fantastic opportunity here and missed it. Okay, rook back. Or knight back, sorry. Okay, 30 seconds from Hamid. Knight now to h3. There's knight g4 to e3 fork. Check. Fork. Wins the exchange for black. Looks like BUET is going to find it. Yep, there it is. So now there's rook takes e3, bishop takes e3. Rook now hits the queen. Black can block with the bishop or a pawn. Only 18 seconds though for BUET. Very, very low on time. I mean, the queen could also go to g4. Yeah, there's that. Maybe also considering rook b1 check. Trading here. 13 seconds. Check, king up. Pawn push, blocking the f file. Rook back. Rook over. Look at the double on the first. Rook attacking the pawn, but yeah, rook a1's pretty good. Knight here covering some of the squares. Queen pinning the knight. Attacking the pawn on d5. Taking here. There is rook g. Oh. They could have given some rook check. But also rook a2 pinning the queen is a threat, but white could play rook c2. There's a couple more checks. Is there like a... Okay, taking a pawn. Yeah, there's this move. So the rook couldn't block on c2 anymore, so there goes the queen. I was hoping there'd be some like knight check to give mate or something. King g2? Nope. Sacking the exchange. Forking the king and rook. Beautiful. Beautiful from BUET. Yeah, that's resignation there. So awesome tactic to finish the game. Ooh, we just had the last round 1 game finish. Yak took down Masharov. So give a point to BUET and Yak. Franche is off to a 3-1 lead. Hammer Metal, thanks for the follow. All right, so here we have a round 2 game between face to face. I don't know who Bimdor is. Does anyone know who this is? They're from Turkey. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe is that a Bangladesh player that was just submitted late or something? I'm not sure. But here we have the two captains going at it. Mashraf and Alexis. Who should face to face be playing? Face to face should be playing the board 4, no, Mamid? Yeah, I don't know. All right. So Mashraf trading off a pair of rooks, bringing the queen to the e-file. This is threatening to win a piece. Next move, probably rook e1 for Mosh. Mashraf is also a streamer. I don't know if he's live or not right now, but if you guys want to go check out his channel, I recommend you do so. Okay, knight here. Does this win material for white, or are they threatening a fork here? Knight takes, you do queen takes. Yeah, you threaten this. There's no time for a fork. So now probably you have to play g6. No, no, this isn't going to do. King here. Queen, maybe knight check. I don't know. Queen check or knight check? So queen check, just don't take this. It's defended. There's the knight check. King here, maybe. King here. Now we can save the bishop. Or we can give what's no, that's covered. Maybe just saving the bishop. Or actually rook here would have threatened knight with mate. Maybe bishop here though. So saving the bishop. Knight can go here next. But yeah, Alexis missed this when they went knight e4. Knight e4 was not the best move. I mean, I should message face to face. All right, so knight back, and we're threatening queen check, bishop check, stuff like this. There's no time to fork again. Maybe Alexis goes for it. They went for it last time. All right, so face to face and Mamid are playing now. I don't know why face to face played someone else. Very interesting. Okay, is this all the round 2 games? I believe so. So here we have Saad versus Yak. So Saad was the only player to get a point for Bangladesh in that first round. And here it looks like his opponent's actually doing fairly well. They have the bishop pair and they're up a pawn, which is a connected pass pawn. White's trying to stir up some trouble on this king though. This king's very exposed. The pawn push can be very timely for black, opening up the bishop. Here we have the top board from Franche. Attacking the rook. Look at this beautiful knight. Yeah, sack the exchange here. And black's going to be left with these double isolated pawns. So this pawn's also pinned. Attacked 3 times. Thrice. Defended twice. A lot of points converging here. So yeah, giving up the exchange, probably very smart from BUET. So Zahad is temporarily up material, but the position perhaps will collapse. Knight takes comes with check. You do have to watch out though, your queen is pinned. So the king steps aside, but still taking the probably take with the bishop. No, bishop takes with tempo. Yep, so now the queen has to move, probably b7. So even material now, but BUET has the better structure. There's check, yep. King over. Yeah, very, very passive queen here in the corner. Happy Khan, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. All right, there goes the a5 pawn. Maybe we can take here, but then maybe queen here. Oof. Oof. Queen b6. Threatening checkmate, right? Yep. Defending the bishop and threatening the bishop here. So Zahad trying to distract white to take on d3 and then recapture on a5, but they missed this intermezzo. Masharov beat Alexis, so there's another point for Bangladesh. Good to hear that, Happy Khan. So yeah, black's going to be losing this bishop, assuming they defend checkmate, which they should. Only 40 seconds. So yep, trade of queens. Queen takes, king takes. Oh, taking here first. This also works. This might be better. Yeah, completely winning for BUET. Just moving the bishop back. Yeah. Should be a routine conversion there. Saad down to the last 8 seconds. We have knight versus bishop. Saad is down 2 pawns, but this king is close to getting back ranked, so the queen steps back. Only 5 seconds now for Saad. Saad bringing the knight in, attack the bishop. Threatening knight takes, pawn takes, queen check. So there's a check. Where does the king go? Here? There's no check here. There's a check here. Maybe this, but there would have been this or this. So now the queen's getting in there. Block. There's this. Taking here. Relieving the back rank pressure. Queen check. Is there perpetual? Is this perpetual? No, there's queen block. Queen block. Okay. Okay. King g8. You're going to have to find queen block. Got to go to g8. Now queen check. And now queen block. Yep, there it is. All right. Yeah, score is 2-3. Knight takes. You cannot take the pawn because after pawn takes, the queen pins the queen to the king. So knight off the f file, threatening to take twice here now. So this is a threat. Queen should probably defend the bishop somehow. Don't go here. So queen here. There's a check here as well. 2 seconds, 1 second, 3.6 seconds. There's a check. Pawn push. If you take this, there's this check. Oh, no time. So Saad goes down. Top board taken down by Yak. The board 3 for Franche. Face-to-face beat Mamid, so that's another point for them. And BUET just won their game. So Franche now taking a 6-2 lead. So Franche, I believe, was the division leader in Division 5. So Bangladesh just got here by winning their match yesterday in the wild card, the first round of the playoffs. And now they're up against a tougher opponent. So the winner of this match moves on to the semifinals. They'll play again next weekend for some prize money on the line. If you guys want to know more about the league, we have an info page there that you can check out. We will have another season starting mid-February. Details on that to be announced later. Okay, so we capture back on d4. Attack the knight. Knight's defended now. Castles here, going kingside. Bishop develops. Bishop defends. Tucking the bishop back. Can develop this knight now. Nope, trying to trap the bishop. Although the bishop could go back to c5 if needed. Yeah, so we're going to see that. a5, force the bishop to c5. Or they could take on d4. You can always take on d4. But I think c5 might be perhaps better. Although, you know, moving the bishop to c5 and then back to b6, like, yeah, maybe at this point it's worth it to just trade it. So taking back with the bishop, there is c5 from black. c5 and d4 back to back. Force the bishop back twice. It's got to be somewhat annoying, right? Taking a lot of space in the center. Potentially overextending the pawns, but I think it should be okay. With this knight on e4. Although pushing d4 could weaken the knight. Bringing the queen out. So this could potentially threaten bishop g4 with tempo, but white has f3 in response to the fork. f3 now, and this also frees up the f2 square for the dark square bishop. So the knight comes back. We could see bishop f2. Okay, so bishop f2 has been played, and now queen b4 attacking the b2 pawn. So now b3 is pushed. This queen getting harassed a little bit. The e pawn is hit. White could play c3. Hit the queen again. Maybe it's not so good, but it is a move. There's also maybe rook a4, hitting the queen. Offering queen trade here. This does drop the e pawn though. Or does it? After rook takes e5, there's f4. f4 with the fork. So probably don't want to do that. So yeah. Oh. They want to play rook e2 then. Very interesting. Defending the knight. Now the knight can save itself. Should save itself. Like knight e6? No, knight here. So now you can trade. Oh, rook takes. Okay. That makes sense. So now black's threatening to take on f4. Uh-oh, Mostrov internet died. I am missing a board. Yeah, they're definitely up against a stronger team today, that's for sure. Okay, Mostrov is back. Let's check on Alexis's game. A king. So, hasn't castled yet. Really poor pawn structure, unfortunately. Even material. But, yeah, looks like black is doing pretty well here. So, Mostrov resigned. So didn't want to play in this position anymore. Although, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. I think a move like rook f2 would have been fine here. I think this might have been a little early resignation, but all right. Let's check on with Sod and face to face. If you guys want to see the brackets for all the divisions, I'm actually gonna check on Division 5 and see here. Yeah, Franche, Comte, #1. So Bangladesh actually had an upset win over UT Austin yesterday. A huge performance, winning 14-2 over the technically higher seeded UT Austin C team. That looks pretty good. What was this move? Face to face was up a bishop. Here and here. Takes. Knight block. It's funny. The knight goes here to attack the bishop. And the bishop comes back. Free piece right there. That's crazy. So white thought that they had a tactic winning the knight earlier, but the knight was able to block and save itself. And now face to face gives the bishop right back. So the knight is hit. The knight can retreat. So now the knight comes in with the fork. So the bishop should take. And now white has an option to take with the pawn or the queen. The queen comes with check. The pawn comes with a passed pawn. Yep. And now f5 is going to be played. So black plays f5 first. But now I really like knight d5. There's also, you could go e7 actually. Ah, wait. So yeah, take here first. Very smart. Because we're winning a pawn, but I want the knight to be hanging, right? So the queen hits the knight right now. You could trade rooks if you want. Also, just knight takes b5 is pretty strong. But the idea that I was going for is if this pawn wasn't here, e7 comes with the fork, force the knight to take. Actually, no, they take with the queen. Never mind. Ah, so that's why you would take the rook first. In fact, this is an issue here. The king is in. Yeah, I think Saad might have missed this. Maybe you needed to take on a8 first. That probably would have been really smart. Okay, block at the bishop. You lose this, but now you have e7. Now you have this move, but the knight can go here maybe. Defending the queen. I would consider not trading queens. So face to face is back up a piece again. This has been a very back and forth game. Did I give Buletus their point for beating Mashrov? I don't think I did. I think Buletus is at 3 out of 4. Alexis is down to their last 18 seconds. One of the games has not been played. Mamid, I think, against Yak. So knight back, blocking the pawn, I suppose. b4 could be a move. Attack the knight, but there's queen takes. And then what? I don't know. Pawn push. Trying to attack. Yeah. It's a little complicated. Okay, so queen, trying to get the queen trade, trying to attack the pawn. So you want to ignore the queen trade. You want to go here. Here, there's this. Yep, that's a fork. So they're going to be up a rook now. You can trade out both rooks. You'd just be up a rook for nothing. So that is unfortunate. You got to get this pawn as well. This pawn. Tempo on the queen first. Queen here defending this one, but still losing this one. We just have resignation. All right, so we got Alexis down to the last 9 seconds. Face to face, also 3 out of 4. And with that, they have 8 points. They just need a draw to win the match. And this will be the last match for Bangladesh. So Zahad getting a point. So the only points that Bangladesh has gotten is from the captain of the French team, the board 4. I didn't see the game between Yak and Mamid, so I don't know if that happened or not, or what's going on there. But we have 1 round left. After this, we have a match between Purdue's D team and Jabalpur. IIITDMJ. I don't know their full. Well, It's an acronym for, it's like Indian Institute of Technology of Design and Manufacturing or something like that. I forget. All right, so we have Yak and Zahad. So maybe Mamid was gone or something. So, but yeah, I don't suspect Bangladesh will have a sweep this round. And if they do, I don't even know if they had a point from Mamid in the last round. So, yeah, French team's gonna move on, I suppose, and it seems according to the bracket, they will play the winner between UC Berkeley's D team and University of Toronto's B team, which I could potentially stream today, I believe. So we'll see. All right, so we have face-to-face versus Masharov. So we'll keep an eye on this game. Okay, just solid development so far. Got a French defense. Let me see. I should learn some French defense theory. Oh, man. I've been trying to sneeze all morning. I've been holding it back, to be honest. So maybe it's a good thing I got it off. Got it out of my system. Thank you, Tasabu. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. Okay, castle kingside. Is black gonna castle long here? Or are they also gonna go queenside? I don't know. I think white should develop their other bishop to e3 or to f4. Okay, e3. So this threatens to win the pawn on c5. So probably now is a good time to take on d4. Interestingly, white takes back with a pawn, which leaves it isolated. So I probably would have taken with a knight and try to trade knights. Maybe take back with the bishop with tempo. So here Masharov has a potential weakness, a target on d4. This also, however, opens up the c file. So rook c1 from white is a solid development move for the rook. Bring the bishop back. The idea is to line up on this diagonal with the queen, threatening checkmate. So Masharov also brings the rook to the e file, and now we can see this move force perhaps some weaknesses. Yeah, so I see all 4 games. So Mamid is here. Can I see what happened? Did he play his last game? No, maybe, I don't know. He didn't play against Yak, so that's weird. But it'll likely not even matter. Actually, neither of these players have won a game yet so far. Black's lining up some nasty discoveries, but I think knight h4 would have been a good move. Knight h4 looked decent, but Mamid decides instead to go knight g5. So now there's bishop takes, and that actually pins the knight, and there's a threat to just win the knight. So I think knight h4 is a little bit better. You hit the queen, you also open this up. So like if bishop takes with tempo on the queen, I think we take the rook, they take our queen. No, we take the queen and then take the rook is what I meant. I'm thinking I'm talking one step ahead of myself. But yeah, knight h4 looks good for white. But we do have this trade here, and now probably queen takes, and now the knight's lost. So it looks like Alexis should be winning material here. We brought the queen in, but we're still losing a piece. Happy Con, you're too kind. J-Dog, thank you for the follow. Welcome. There goes this knight. Okay, hold on. Queen here was a good move. We needed to move the knight here or something with tempo. So Alexis missed this. The game is still on. Just call me Jeff. TW. Thank you. Or maybe it's Jeff with one F and then FTW, which apparently stands for the win. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So, yeah, let's assume Bangladesh sweeps this round and the score is 7-8. I would then ask both teams what happened to the game between Mamid and Yakini. Okay, is white winning now? What just happened? What did I miss? So here, here, here. Takes. Now white's up a piece. Oh, wait. White's been up a piece this whole time? Oh, they sacrificed a piece here. Okay. Man, so trading everything down and the sacrifice didn't pan out for black. So now black is down a whole bunch of pawns. This last move defends the C pawn. So Mamid gonna get their first point of the day. Although, you know, a lot of pieces have been missing. Or could have been won and haven't been. So maybe this game is far from over. We'll see. But white is looking comfortable for sure. Maybe I don't know. You can't really. I want to construct something with the pawns, but it's gonna be difficult. Trying to bring the king in, but the king is cut off. But okay, there goes the pawn. The king is entering. Maybe the king enters the equation. King f5. King here. Pawn push. King here. You know. Checkmate. Right? This pawn's running for it, though. Defended by the knight. Yeah, rook check. I don't know how much this helps. Maybe pawn push. Okay, getting behind the pawn makes sense. Check. Move up. Moving here. Defending this. Maybe here. Push them, baby. These are connected pass pawns. I think black should also push them. I think black's hope is to, well, I would hope if I were black to catch white off guard somehow. We actually have a result here. Yak won their game against Zihad, so that is officially the end of the match. I mean, the end of the result. Maybe I shouldn't say officially. But anyways, let's see how the board ones are doing. We got Saad versus Buletis. Looks like Buletis is up an exchange and a pawn. So 3 points worth of material. Let's see how that happened. So knight here. And now pawn push. Attacked 3 times, only defended once. So there it goes. Queen out, but now we take here. And that lost the exchange. So black moving the queen back, getting ready to push the pawn a couple more times. Maybe push this pawn. Black is still fighting on. Here we have face to face and Masharov. What's going on in this one? Face to face is up. Up in exchange for a pawn. Wait. No. Wait. What's the... Oh my god. They're missing a queen. Wait, it's a queen. It's a queen for a rook and a knight. I look at the little point thing, the +1, and I just assume the material imbalance. So I was like, white has 2 rooks, black only has 1. But no, this is a wild. So it's 2 pawns, a rook, and a knight for a queen. Bishop here is such an annoying move, though. This should be good for black because obviously you don't want to lose the rook. Maybe rook here. Now bishop takes. I don't even know if we want to take. Maybe we do. Because maybe there's some sort of mating idea. But I think black should take on f3. And then I don't know if you take the bishop back or if you take this bishop. But yeah, bishop e2 is a good move. Okay, so we save the bishop. So now the knight can save itself though. Like knight d4 with tempo. Although I guess the queen's defending this, but you don't really want to give up the bishop pair. There is check as well as push. Push, yeah, now probably bishop takes is needed. Bishop takes, rook takes, and now it's a rook and 2 pieces for the queen. Definitely take that. Or I guess they're thinking about checking. But you're going to have to take this eventually. So I should probably do that now. Black with the queen is going to try to hope to get a fork. So right now, the rook and the bishop are both hanging, right? Queen check here already is starting a fork here. So you have to be very cautious of this. So maybe bishop c2 to get rid of this check is an idea. Bishop here instead. So there's check. And actually this attacks the pawn, but also it covers this check once the king steps up from here. There's a fork here, but this bishop's defended. So queen here defends this. Attacks this. Threatens this check. So maybe we go here to defend the pawn. Or okay, check. Now maybe bishop here. Yep. And now queen here. This is a check. So this is defended. White just needs coordination to beat the queen. So white is definitely the favorite, but the queen can be tricky with all these pieces hanging. Especially with the king that's exposed like this. Especially with less than 30 seconds on the clock for both sides. Mahmoud beat Alexis. So the first point for Mahmoud of the match. So everyone from Bangladesh beat Alexis, but Alexis is on the winning team. So they will move on to play again next weekend. So Saturday, the 20th, is going to be the semifinals. And all the teams that make the semifinals are guaranteed to play twice because there is a 3rd and 4th place match finish. Okay, queen's looking at some pawns. There goes this pawn. This one comes with check, but the queen takes with the check first and defends the pawn. King here. There's check here. Don't go up. You're going to get forked. Uh-oh. Now black is maybe better. Although maybe it's just a draw, but that extra bishop was huge. So yeah. Exposed king. So everything here is defended, which is important. Rook's coming back to try to defend a little bit. But yeah, these pawns are making progress. Now the bishop's hanging. I don't know if there's a tactic for it, but yeah, look at these pawns. Look at this king. Attack the queen. There's queen checks. Pawn push. Queen check forces this one. The rook is now hanging. The pawn is now hanging. Rook here. You could take this pawn. Check first. Ooh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Pawn push. You can't stop this. You're going to have to give this up. And it's not with the fork, but man, face to face going to go down to Masharov. Masharov has 2 queens. 2 queens on the board. He's going for check, but this should be mate. Oh! Masharov, give up the queen. They had mate in 1. 2 queens. What? The bishop taking both queens. White's completely winning now. Oh my god. Queen G1 and Queen D4 back to back. Botas gambits. Oh my goodness. Masharov. The complete collapse. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's why you don't resign. You had mate in one. You had mate in one, Mashrab. Oh my god. Oh, that's so disappointing. That's so bad. I'm so sorry, Mashrab. I'm so sorry. You had, I don't know how many mate in ones you had. One, two, three. That's very unfortunate. That is one and two. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that. It's I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Mashrab. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough, dude. I'm so sorry. But I do want to congratulate your team. I do appreciate. So Mashraf is the leader for Bangladesh. He helped register and organize his team. Without him, I don't know if Bangladesh submits a team. So really, thank you guys for playing this season. You might not have ended on the note that you wanted to, but I I do congratulate you guys on making it to the quarterfinals, and hopefully we will see you guys again next season. Whew. Okay, so what is that? Final score is 12 to 4. I assume all these players were at 4.